Recently I'm just having this thought, like a lot of times watch like the kind of videos of telling you like victory and how to do well and this and that, blah blah blah. But why is no one talking about how to lose a game or how to fail in something? I think we always want to talk about how to succeed so much, but don't you think we should talk about failing sometimes? Because if we want to always talk about all the beautiful things and amazing perfect plans, and that's kind of like scary for some people, because what if they fail and they get scared of failing that they don't even start, if you know what I mean. And I'm just wondering, like, maybe we should talk more about failing and not succeeding in something. It's like we all want to do so many things, but we tend to hold back because we're just worried of like, what if I do this and it's a waste of time? What if I do this and I fail? What if I do that? And then, we're just like talking about like the process and like the acceptance that if things really don't work out or something, end goal is still succeeding and getting the perfect things. But before we go there, many people have that fear of doing it because they're afraid of the what if of not doing well. And we're like so obsessed with all the perfect results and perfect end, and we are so obsessed with that, and we're like not even realizing in reality it's gonna go through a lot of ups and downs and a lot of obstacles before you reach to the perfect goal. And we don't even know if there's a perfect goal living in a world like where we're at now. Of course, people will say, like, oh, before you succeed, you have to go through a lot of trials, you have to do this and that. But no one talk about what about the coping of accepting that you're gonna fail. Like we always say, like well, what if you don't? What if you do? And stuff like that. But what if I do? What if I fail? What if I, you know, first try and things don't work out? I mean, example, I am one example that I have no like beginner's luck or anything. Like some people when they play the game or they do any sports and then they just, oh, it's my first time, and then they drew with something and then they're like, whoa, they score a goal. I for one can never be that kind of luck. I'm like, and then I until now I'm still learning to accept of like trying to play a game, because I don't like the fact that I can't do well in a game, and I just rather not touch it because I don't want to look stupid. But the reality is most of us are gonna look stupid on first try. But yet, there's this holdback to do with, of course, a lot of different reasons that included of what make you feel worried about looking like a fool or feeling blah 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 blah. But we are always talking about all the perfect filtered things, but no one tells you how to fail. But what if we could make failing so much more normal that actually gives us the courage to do more things and try out more things to know that that could be most of the end result, but at least I give it a try and work on it on community support and friends to encourage you to go forward from there. And then we talk about like because you don't want to waste time and all that. But how old are we, and how old are we gonna live in this world anyway? What's the rush? What's the rush if things don't work out and you're not young? I don't know. When it comes to trying something new or doing something new, why are we so? I mean, it's important to succeed, but I feel like we should talk more about we could fail and it's okay that we have to get back up, because I feel like me and my business, I hear a lot is people are afraid to fail. They don't know if they can succeed, and because they're so scared that they can't hit the deadlines of what they set their goals for, or like they have a certain idea of what is success, and when things don't work out for them, they're so fearful that they can't even start. And I feel like the issue here is because we are so stuck in the concept of perfect succeeding and everything, and we're so scared to fail. But it should be more of a norm, and that we can just keep going. That's the name of the game. I mean, if everyone's gonna succeed in the first try, everyone's a freaking millionaire right now. If you know what I mean. You gotta like go through all that kind of ups and downs and all that before you can really see the results that you want. But yet we're like, oh, we're so scared of this and that and all. I think it's not fair for ourselves. I feel okay, I feel a bit too much because I didn't care. That's a different story. When it comes to my studies, like I really didn't care about my studies at some point. But point is, because I wasn't fearful. This is not a regular example, but because I wasn't fearful of like all these things, I became okay with it. Like I'm not embarrassed by my results. When kids look at my results, they're like, "Oh my god!" But Yeah, I failed, and I know why I failed, because I didn't study. But point is, I overcome getting judged. You know what I mean? So, as I was saying, the point is the whole idea of like trial and error, find out what's the issue, and then we get back to it, blah 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 blah. But if we're like so scared of trying, that's not even just trying. It's not even fair for yourself, you know? Like, I think we need to learn to accept defeat. And I feel like this whole thing that I'm talking over and over again, I feel like I haven't reached a point of my point, but I guess that is also my point. It's unexplainable. You just gotta give it a try. You gotta just make it happen and fail a few times, and then realize that you can actually get things, you can actually succeed to a few things. But if you're always gonna be fearful that it's not gonna work out, all I can say, it won't work out because you're not even trying. That mind is gonna kill you. The idea of you failing is just gonna kill you. Get out there and fail more. You can fail and all that, but you're gonna repeat the same thing again and again. I mean, sometimes there are moments where you gotta keep practicing. Like if you're shooting hoops, okay, if you're shooting hoops, you just gotta keep mastering it. You keep trying, but there's always gonna be something that is not working. That's why you're not shooting those hoops, or whatever you call it. So you just gotta like trial and error and realize to strategize what's working for you. But my point is, you have to do it over and over and over again. Me running my business, I have to do certain things over and over and over again in order for me to understand. I have to keep doing more presentation, I have to keep doing more demos, I have to do all these kind of things. I have to do a lot of counting, a lot of figuring out before I get the final results to go, this is what works. But before that, I have to keep failing. I have to keep being disappointed. But I think the idea is to be in love with the process, not the results. Because one day when you hit the results and you go to the next goal, to the next goal, to the next goal, and one day you will realize maybe this is not what I want because I'm not happy. The reason you're not happy is because you're not enjoying the process. You know, we're so addicted to get the success, but once you reach the success, your success is gonna be yesterday's story. Trust me. One moment everyone's congratulating you, the next day nobody remembers you. Okay, maybe some people would, but point. And then you're gonna keep chasing for the next thing, the next hype for yourself. When you're doing it for yourself and you're doing it because you love what you're gonna do, it's not failure. I always tell people the only time you fail is when you give up. It doesn't mean you're a bad person or you suck. But point. But you fail in that thing. But you have tons of experience, tons of things that you get to learn from there. Only don't learn when you don't even start. And be friends with the process. Enjoy the journey. You want to run a business and you want a bunch of stuff. You want to earn 5-figure income, blah blah blah. But if you're not gonna enjoy the journey, when you just start and you earn 3-figure income, you're gonna complain a bunch of things. And when you fail, laugh about it. Not bad. You should be proud that you even tried. So most people are still stuck in what if I fail? I don't think I can do it. At least you're already in front of those people where you're already in this state of failure and gonna try again. Sometimes things can be compared healthily, like this one. Remind yourself, hey, at least I try, at least I'm at the middle of the process, than being scared that it's not gonna work. Yes, it sounds more like a rant. None of these were like prepared or like scripted. It's just whatever I have in mind and I'm just like talking about it. And this is probably like the most not really motivational talk you'll ever hear. I just feel like we're always talking about how to win. And there are some people who say like, oh, when you play a game, it's like you learn how to win and also learn how to lose. But we're always talking about how to win. There's always a topic that tells you how to win, and never a topic like if you go to podcast. Okay, maybe there is. I didn't search it up. But anyway, how many times someone will search up how to lose, how to fail? No. I mean, I've been in my business for 10 years. The amount of times I have failed, the amount of time I cried because I realized I made a mistake. God, this is so annoying. Fail. How to fail. This is one of them. Okay, I forgot about my eyeliner. Anyway, I don't know where is this video going, but I just want to come here to run and tell you about this stuff. So, I'm someone who just saying a bunch of things according to what I know, but it might not be true. Just gonna put it out there. I've never searched a bunch of podcasts and I don't listen to podcasts every single day. Truth to be told. So anyway, thank you for coming to my rant talk and go out and feel more.